So, a lot of people think that quantum is this magic pill, right? A 0 to 1 journey, that something will come and then, the whole world will change. What we realized very quickly is that how things will evolve. And there's a lot of other work needs to be done. There's a lot of understanding the problem, framing the problem in particular ways, running some algorithms on it. And then what we said is, you go incrementally. Use what you have today. Use quantum inspired, use the near-term quantum machines and start solving pieces of it. So the problem statement remains, the problem remains solved, and you're just going to keep pieces as the machines get better and better. So that's how you get started today, and then go into the future, replace the specific parts and have a full solution. So start now, replace as machines get better, and that's the way we look at quantum. Quantum computers are capable of doing is solving optimization problems. So, when you look at it the first time, you say, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that optimization problems are a class of problems which is NP hard, right? So, as the number of variables you want to optimize increases, this quickly overwhelms all classical systems. So, how do people do it today? A lot of people do it by either breaking the problem down into smaller pieces, running the problem for a very, very long time, or the most conventional way that people do it is from experience. There are these 60-year-old people sitting there saying, I have done this for 40 years. I know that this is the right way of doing things, right? This is the right way of shipping things out. This is the right way of buying something at an auction, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Right? And the reason for that is just that because, at a certain point of time, computers can no longer efficiently solve these problems. So when or a machine like ours comes in, right? So we are not classical. We don't go explore the solution space one by one and start competing with GPUs and CPUs and stuff like that out there. What we do is we use the physics of this all, right? And there are physical properties, which is why it's called quantum inspired or quantum like, right? The physical properties of if you every variable as a spin and you have some interconnection with them, etc., you can set up an energy function. And that energy function is then physically solved. It's solved the way physics would. It evolves with time and so on and so forth. So this gives you solutions. This gives you very good solutions to very large problems. And sometimes it gives you surprising solutions. And people realize that if they use this, they end up saving money, saving time, saving resources, which is a big deal given today's world. So that's why this method inspired or quantum like method to start with, and eventually quantum computers will come in and these methods will become quantum, they'll become faster, they'll become more predictable and so on.